So tonight we're hitting shoulders. This first exercise we're doing is a seated military press. Now we do 135, anywhere from 8 to 10 reps, and we do that for 4 working sets, and then whatever we have left, we bump up to 185. So here's my first attempt with 185. I get it for 3 reps. Shoulders are still kind of tight, so I just stop it there. So we've already finished our 4 working sets with 135. I just went with 185, and now Chance is doing it. He gets it for 3 reps as well. So I decided to do 185 again. My shoulders are a little looser, so I end up getting it for 5 reps, and we end it there. So now that we finished the seated military press, we move on to a seated dumbbell press. And I like this exercise because unlike the military press, this has a little bit of balance involved. So when you're using a barbell, which we had on the military press, that's more of a locked in position. So you're pushing with both arms. When you use a dumbbell for your presses, it'll show you any imbalances you have in either arm. So for these dumbbell presses, we'll do our 2 warm-ups, anywhere from 8 to 10 reps, and then we bump it up to 65-pound dumbbells, and we'll do that for our 4 working sets, anywhere from 6 to 8 reps. Now, if we have any juice left over, we might bump it up, as we're doing here with 75s. Now, once we finish our seated dumbbell press, we move on to a standing single arm dumbbell press. And this is just a great exercise for isolating each individual arm one at a time, as well as keeping your core tight to keep that shoulder locked in to press the weight. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you're doing this exercise is your core will engage. So you'll get really tense, and you'll even start feeling it into your lats. So it's fairly important to start with the low weight and work your way up as you go. But there's definitely a balancing issue. So I have weights in both hands, even though I'm pressing only with one. And like I said, this is a balancing issue. So having that weight in the other hand while you're pressing just helps you with that. So for these single arm presses, we'll do our 2 warm-ups, usually pick it up with a 45-pound dumbbell for our first working set, and go up from there as we can. As you can see, we are hitting 60-pound dumbbells for our final set, and we do get that for 8 reps. So now we move on to a bent over lateral raise, and what this exercise does is hit the rear delts. And like I was saying, this is hitting the rear delt, so the key is just keeping those elbows at a 90-degree angle as you come up and squeeze. So for this exercise, we usually do one warm up with maybe a 35-pound dumbbell, and then we go up to a 45-pound dumbbell for at least the first 2 to 3 working sets. So for our fourth set, we're using 60s, and we get this for 8 reps. So now we're on to side lateral raises. This is our last shoulder exercise. So we've hit the front delt, the rear delt, and now we're hitting the side delt. So basically we're just trying to round out the shoulder and get that nice bulk to it. And for this exercise, we don't do any warm-ups. We stick to a fairly light weight. We're using 25-pound dumbbells for this, just hitting anywhere from 8 to 10 reps for the 4 working sets. So once we finish our lateral raises, we move into a little bit of forearm work. So for our final exercise, we're hitting shrugs, and we're using a deadlift bar. Now, all we're hitting with this exercise are our traps, and you'll feel it a little bit in your arms as well as your forearms. For this exercise, we'll do one warm up and then move into our working sets, usually going up to about 225 for 6 to 8 reps. All right, well, that wraps up this workout. Have a good one, guys.